This is 9 News with Michael Thompson.
Good evening. We are closer to war tonight in Ukraine than at any point in this crisis after Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered his troops across the border. The West has declared the move unacceptable and is weighing up its response. The British government this evening warned of dark days in Europe. CARRIE-ANNE GREENBANK in Kiev has just filed this report.
Russia is facing international condemnation and tough new sanctions after President Putin ordered troops across the Ukrainian border into Moscow-controlled territories, just hours after announcing that he would be formally recognising those breakaway regions as independent. Australia and the West have rejected his claim he's sending them in as peacekeeping troops. The UK's Health Secretary going so far as to say an invasion of Ukraine has begun.
This is plainly in breach of international law. I think it's a very ill omen and a very dark sign.
Boris Johnson has just chaired an emergency COBRA meeting and will soon be announcing significant new sanctions. The US slapping the breakaway regions with an executive order banning US trade. Perhaps the most concerning development from Putin's televised address is that he made clear he does not recognise Ukraine as a sovereign state, saying the modern Ukraine was completely created by Russia. In his response, which was made in a televised address at 2 a.m. local time, Ukraine's President Zelensky says the country won't give anything to anyone, but it may not have a choice.
Prime Minister Scott Morrison has called on President Putin to step back. Australia has ordered the evacuation of diplomatic staff and is tonight considering trade sanctions. Here's political reporter Rachel Baxter.
Australia's remaining diplomatic staff in Ukraine have been told to leave now. They're being moved to eastern Poland to manage the situation from a safe distance. Foreign Minister Marise Payne has released a statement urging all Australians still in Ukraine to not delay and leave immediately. Exactly how many Australian citizens remain is unclear, but it's estimated to be around 1,400. Back home, Prime Minister Scott Morrison and opposition leader Anthony Albanese have joined leaders around the world in condemning Russia's actions.
Russia should step back. It should unconditionally withdraw back behind its own borders and stop threatening its neighbours.
We condemn Russia's unilateral recognition of breakaway territories in the Ukraine.
It's expected Australia will follow the UK and US in imposing new sanctions on Russia. The government has already announced additional cyber support for Ukraine after accusing Russia of a series of attacks on the nation's major banks, and it's likely we'll see ramifications here in Australia. We're already seeing an impact on oil prices, with the cost of fuel predicted to skyrocket to $2 a litre for E10.
To Queensland now, and for 12 years he's been hiding in plain sight. Australia's most wanted man